Back with a question. Ron, in a previous answer you gave, you were talking about the intent of not staying too long in an element of anger or concern and trying to stay in that love energy and high frequency as much as possible. Ron, if by going within we can increase our light and love energy, are there things that we are currently doing right now that can actually drain that light and energy away from us? And if so, can we reclaim that loss of energy back from the dark beings that took it away from us?
This is a good question, a really good question. When we, there's things that we are doing that can bring us joy and happiness, or it can bring us sadness and frustration. Now, it's our choice to make a determination of which one we want and then figure out what is coming and see if that's what you really want. Do you want to go to the chat room today and listen to all of the garbage? Or do you want to just not go there? And so you don't have to deal with the drama. And, do I have a really good opinion of chat rooms? Not really. I don't see a real good value for it, except people get to express their frustrations. Do I want to have people expressing their frustrations to me? Not really. It takes my energy. Okay, so if I don't do that, if I stay away from it, then I use my energy for other things. Now, let's just be sure we understand. You don't have a limitation on the energy that you put forth into life. There's no limitations. It's just your own thought processes and the way that you do things. So you're not going to take it back or get it back if it's like water in a hose. If you water the ground, if you water the street, nothing's going to grow. Well, can you get that back and start watering your plants and the lawn? No, you just have to, from then on, water the lawn, water the flowers. Just spend a lot of time in the garden. I want to water the flowers and make them grow. So you have the energy. It's what you do with the energy is how far down the road towards the things that you want to do can get you. So there's some people that spend their lives just watering the ground, the concrete, or the road. In a sort of a example, uh, nobody sits and tries to water the road. I'm not saying that, but they take their energy, their water. Let's call it water energy, and you're wasting it on things that are of no value to you. And then you wonder why you're not down the road a lot further than you are. Well, if you don't water the right things in your life and help them to grow in your life, then you're missing out. So what you do, where you squirt that hose is important for you to understand that where you spray that water, is it going to help you or is it not? And if you spray it on the right things all of the time, then you're going to have a greater success and enjoyment with your life. You're moving towards the ascension process. And if that's what you want, then go ahead and do that. Of course, if it's not what you really want, then you'll water the concrete. And so we have the feedback into our activities so that we can make changes. And the changes are the important things for us now to focus on. I'm focusing on good. I'm focusing on peace. I'm focusing on staying in peace. I'm focusing in not judging other people. Let other people take care of themselves. They're none of my business. They really are not my business. If I judge them, then I'm open for judgment myself, which is destructive. And so you don't want to judge other people. that's what causes other people to want to have power over them so that you can change them. That in and of itself is one of the most destructive things you can do for your peace and your happiness, is judging other people. Because you're seeing them and you're criticizing them, when if you didn't even look at all of that stuff and just let it be what it is, let them do what they're going to do. You have no control over them, especially those of your family. You have no control over what they should think. Just let them be who they are. If there's something that's really important, they'll come back to it. They'll change. But if you argue with them, they won't. They put up a fence against you. Just let them be who they are, and they will eventually come around to the correct way of doing things, if that is indeed what their spiritual guidance wants them to do. Again, it's none of our business. We're crossing dominions doing that sort of thing. And crossing dominions is one of the easiest ways to lose your light and your love and your energy. And it's no different than watering the concrete. I hope that helps.
Oh, that's a great analogy, Ron. We will step out and have one last question to answer and be right back.
Okay. Okay.